to the 4 bells. It is workout from home number 111, and it's sweaty here at the 4 bells. And when I look sweaty, that's because it is hotter than the camel's pocket in the gym today. But the good news is, it's a great time to be hot and sweaty because we get to work on a glorious upper body pump session. We're going to do a bunch of bodybuilding, hypertrophy fun time today, and we're going to start off with 3 things to get us ready for that. We're going to make sure those shoulders feel nice and happy. We're going to start off with the Hindu push-up. We're going to do that for 5 reps today. So we have 4 levels of a Hindu push-up here at the gym. We're just going to be hitting up levels 1 and 2. They should be fairly effortless. They should be nice and easy, just warming up the shoulder girdle. From there, we're going to do some scapular push-ups, training the scapula how to retract and move. And then last but not least, we're going to do some black burns, trying to move the shoulder for a full range of motion whilst in a prone position. So we're going to do 5 Hindu push-ups, 10 scap push-ups, 10 black burns. We're doing these 3 things 3 times in the warm-up. Let's take a look at it. So you might hear some rumbles in the background. It's a storm outside. It's a stormy, sweaty day here at the 4 bells. So if you hear rumbling, it's not me, it is Mother Nature. Starting us off with Hindu push-ups today, we're going to have our bum back on our heels in that child's pose position. And we're going to start off nice and easy. So pulling ourselves pretty high over the mat, we push up, dig those toes in, send the hips up to the ceiling. If that's very easy for you, we can bring those forearms down, nose comes super close to the mat, pushing up, sending ourselves up into that downward facing dog position. It's steamy, guys, it's very steamy. From here, scapular push-ups can be done on either the knees or the toes. All I'm looking to do is draw the shoulder blades together and then spread the shoulder blades apart. So draw the shoulder blades together, spread the shoulder blades apart. And of course, that can be done on the knees or on the toes. Last but not least, in our black burns, I'm essentially trying to imagine myself doing the breaststroke. I come out. From here, I'm going to bring my hands behind my back, lift the elbows up, and then slowly come back to that position of external rotation. We internally rotate, I come behind, lift the elbows up, and then I come from that position of internal rotation back to external rotation. So Hindu push-ups, scapular push-ups, and black burns, we're doing those 3 times in the warm-up today. In today's strength piece, we're doing 4 sets, not 5, 4 sets, and each set is 4 minutes and 30 seconds long. So you're going to find we've got 3 90-second windows of time, but out of those 90 seconds, we're actually going to be working for half of that, 45 seconds today. So essentially, it's like 45 seconds of work, 45 seconds of rest. We're doing that 3 exercises 4 times. There's a lot of things to remember. So what we're doing today, we're looking at 3 exercises. We're going to start off with a focus on tricep extension. So isolating the triceps in a skull crusher today. Can be done on dumbbells, it can be done with a barbell, harder to do with a kettlebell. So I'd say barbell or dumbbells is probably your best bet. It can be done on the floor, can be done on the bench. Either way, protect your face. Contrary to the name skull crusher, we do not want to crush your skull. From there, lateral raises to try to isolate the anterior and medial deltoid, the front and middle of the shoulder. We're going to be doing 45 seconds of those. And then last but not least, trying to hit up the rest of the arm, we're going to be doing some alternating bicep curls. So in an ideal world, we'll be alternating with dumbbells or kettlebells. But of course, if you don't have those available, both arms together on a straight bar is perfectly fine. So let's take a look at how they should look. So I like skull crushers with dumbbells just because the chance of actually crushing your skull is much, much lower. So I mean, if we're starting with a straight arm, I'm going to that neutral hammer grip. I'm going to bring the dumbbells down by the ears. Notice how the upper arm stays perpendicular to the floor, and from there we drive up. So I come down, dumbbells down to the ears or to the shoulders, and all we're trying to avoid, particularly as things get heavier and we get more tired, is allowing the elbows to come forward and then turning into like a push from there. So we don't want to allow the elbows to come forwards. We are looking for the elbows to stay pointed to the ceiling the entire time for that 45 seconds. With the lateral raise, and I find that actually what a lot of people will do is try and get the arms very close to the side and do like a simple letter T. So there's nothing wrong in that thinking. You're thinking I'm doing a lateral raise and trying to raise it up sideways. But actually, if you've got very tight traps and tight shoulders, it can lead to a little bit of shoulder impingement. So what we're actually looking for is the scapular plane of the shoulder, as well as how it works with the fibers of the shoulder. So actually, we don't want to be straight up like a letter T. We actually want to be in just slightly. So that means I want to raise those arms up. I'm I'm still working the anterior deltoid, still working the middle of the shoulder, but we're just not out to the side. So what I'm going to do, abs tight, I raise up. Again, not like a letter T, just slightly in front of the body, letting the scapula move in the way it likes to. We're just trying to avoid shrugging and then doing a lateral raise. From there, bicep curls, very simple. I can stay in the same seated position, or you can stand. I just find when I'm seated, excuse me, when I'm seated, there's less chance of me using my legs and swinging around. So bracing the abs, we're just going to use a supinated grip, going from one arm to the other, and performing those bicep curls for 45 seconds. It's good, really good strength piece. In the conditioning piece, it is a 12-minute EMOM. So if you know what EMOM stands for, it stands for every minute on the minute, which implies that at the beginning of each minute, when the buzzer goes and that beep sounds, we're trying to get our work done as efficiently as possible to maximize rest in the remainder of the minute. So that means move with purpose. It doesn't mean move fast and sloppy, it just means move with purpose. Get those reps done quickly, but make them look beautiful. So in our first minute, we are going to do some straight leg sit-ups. So with the straight leg sit-up, we're going to do 15 reps within that minute window. Once we've done 15 reps, we get to rest. In our next minute, we are going to do some tuck V-up and V-up combos for 10 reps. I'm going to show you how that's going to work. And then in our last minute, we're going to do some side plank hip taps. We're going to do 10 per side. So we're going to do these 3 ab exercises 4 times for a 12-minute EMOM. Let's take a look at them. So with the straight leg sit-up, it's simple. We have straight legs. All I'm going to do is just try and sit straight up. So you can either think about reaching forwards towards the toes, perform that straight leg sit-up, or you can reach up to the ceiling every single rep, also viable. And if that's really, really easy for you, you can even add a weight into the hand, or even a dumbbell in each hand if you are feeling dangerous for 15 reps. So the tuck V-up, V-up combo is quite simple. I'm going to do a tuck V-up, up onto the bum, hands reach past the knees. That's a tuck V-up. A full V-up is trying to reach the toes. So we come up, reach the shins, maybe we're touching the toes, and all I'm going to do is a combo. Tuck, V-up. Tuck, V-up. And every time I perform the combo, tuck V-up and V-up, that's 1 rep. We're going to do that 10 times. So we're going to set ourselves up into our side plank first of all. So elbow directly below the shoulder. I come up, make sure I've got a nice straight line in the body. And all I'm going to do is either with the hand up or hand on the hip, bring the hips to the floor and push them up to the ceiling. So that's all I'm going to do. Hip tap, push them back up to the ceiling. We're going to do 10 reps on one side and 10 reps on the other. So that's our 12-minute EMOM today. Our first minute is going to be some straight leg sit-ups for 15 reps. Our second minute is the tuck V-up, V-up combo for 10 reps. And then we've got 10 per side of a side plank hip tap. We're going to do those 3 things 4 times in our 12-minute EMOM today. Have yourself a glorious workout from home 111 and let us know how you got on.